I've been with the firm for just about 2 years. I'm an Army veteran. I served for 13 years and was medically separated in December of 2016. Um, I served in two combat deployments, one to Iraq, one to Afghanistan, and also in an overseas assignment to South Korea. I served at different duty stations all over the United States in various positions from tracked vehicle driver all the way to drill sergeant, and finished as a sergeant first class and platoon sergeant in the field artillery. Um, my transition was kind of unique because it was unexpected. Um, because mine was medically initiated and was a medical discharge, I had very little time to prepare. 4 or 5 months from the point that I found out that they had classified me as unfit to serve to the point that I was signing my discharge paperwork. Um, I went from knowing what the next 9, 10 years of my life looked like to, what am I going to do now? So it was very much a shock. And I only had 4 to 5 months to prepare myself mentally, prepare my family, and figure out what it was that I was going to do for the rest of my life. But what I think I struggled with the most during my transition was just the fact that I lost my sense of purpose or my sense of belonging that I had when I was in the Army. Um, that's something that's not hard to find when you're in the service. You know what the big picture is. You know what your contributions mean. Especially during the post 9/11 time, where a lot of us transitioning veterans served. There was so much support for our military from the nation. I mean, there was just it was just a time of great support, and it made you feel good. And once my transition happened, I kind of lost that sense of belonging and sense of purpose, and kind of struggled with the mindset of, well, I've done something that mattered every day of my life up until this point, or every day of my professional career up until this point. Now I'm, what am I doing? Am I just don't feel good enough? Am I doing right by my family? Am I, doing right by myself? You kind of lose that path. And it's important for a transitioning veteran to find that sense of purpose again. And it's not easy. It's not able to be done individually all the time. Sometimes you need help. It took, peers. It took other veterans to help me out, to talk to me, to kind of explain to me that what I was feeling was normal and basically how to get beyond that. And I know that for me personally, my big thing was finding leadership opportunities in my new environment. Because I was a leader in the Army. I was, leadership is instilled in a service member from day one. Um, you know, you spend your whole career in the military learning about how to be a leader and leading others. That's something that I need. I need to be able to exercise my leadership ability and my leadership skills because it's been ingrained in me. And I think what's been so great about RSM, in my personal experience, is the fact that I've been given those leadership opportunities. I came in and I knew I needed that, um, and I conveyed that to my personal leadership here at RSM and said, I want to help with the new hires. I want to help with talent acquisition. I want to help with recruiting, what have you. And they gave me that. So, I've navigated two new hires and two interns within the last, 2 years that I've been at the firm. And I'll back up. Those two interns that I was the navigator for were also veterans that themselves that were transitioning. So that really gave me that purpose that I long for right here in my environment at RSM. And I think leadership across RSM need to understand that when they are receiving a new veteran, a transitioning veteran here within the firm, it's important to identify what that is that they need to feel that sense of purpose, because every single transitioning veteran goes through that, from my experience, from the people I've talked to. And whether they know it or not, they're probably going through it on some level. So, I think RSM leadership can provide, mainly in just day-to-day operations or day-to-day environment, provide, purpose, task, and direction, it's a common term in the military. Is this your task? This is what we're doing it for. These are the things you need done to get going on it. It's provide the big picture, provide that, this is the end goal. This is what we're working toward. That will go a long way in helping keep things in perspective and kind of assisting the transitioning veteran in understanding, this is the objective. This is what we're trying to do, which is important, because that's how they've operated all the way up until this point that they're at. And I think the most important tool that we could provide for transitioning veterans is opportunity for leadership opportunities. Whether it be, assigning them as a navigator, whether it be, hey, you're in charge of this, or you're in charge of this small piece, or, whatever it is. There's plenty of small level leadership opportunities that are available for a new transitioning veteran into the firm. And I think finding those, identifying those, and allowing that leadership opportunity could go a long way. It could go a long way for the veteran, and it could go a long way for the firm, because the leadership experience that these veterans are coming in with is great. I mean, it really is. And I think a lot of people would be surprised at, just how skilled these veterans are in leadership. It's not a day one new hire out of college. This is someone who has been doing, has been leading in, many different environments. So I think that's important. I think that would help a lot of people. And I know it's helped me personally. And it really is one of the things I love about RSM is the fact that, they have allowed me to come in and, identified my skills, what I'm good at, and kind of carried those over into my job here as tax professional.